What's up, guys? Welcome back to another weekly rotation video. This week I actually wore a lot of different things, things I don't really wear too often or maybe haven't reached for in a while. So let's go ahead and get started. On Sunday, it was a cooler day. I think it was in the 40s, lower 40s. So I went ahead and pulled out ombre leather. This is the fragrance. Even though I purchased it because I really do enjoy the scent, I have not really worn it too much. And again, this is one of my loves for Tom Ford. I love the eau de parfum. The parfum is great as well. I just prefer the eau de parfum, but you can't go wrong with either one. To me, it's probably just because the eau de parfum, I smelled it first. I also had a clone of the eau de parfum, so I went ahead and purchased the eau de parfum over the parfum, just because I wanted the original. So yeah, really nice day. And this fragrance does last a while. I remember I was at work and I was getting a pretty good sillage around myself. Yeah, it's one that, even though I have it in my collection, don't really reach for it, but when I wear it, I really enjoy wearing it. Next, I grabbed the wrong fragrance. So I am just going to show the back side of this bottle. It's an homage fragrance. I wore Beach Hut Man, and I realized I just grabbed the bottle for Jubilation 25, but I'm going to go ahead and smell this. It smells great. But for Jubilation 25, not Jubilation, Beach Hut Man was the scent of the day. Ignore the bottle I just showed. So for Beach Hut Man, I think I definitely enjoy it way more now than I did when I first bought the fragrance. Not saying it's maceration or anything like that. I would think it's just my taste and fragrance changed from when I purchased it to now. It was a fragrance that I was considering selling, but definitely not selling it anymore, or not even considering it anymore, just because of how much I enjoyed the wearing. Was another work day, was another 12, 13 plus day, obviously. Got home. It's still there. It's just one of those that once you shower, it goes off. But definitely enjoyed the wearing for Beach Hut Man. One, again, that I don't really reach for. It was a little bit warmer that day. I think it was in the 60s, high 60s. And I heard it performed way better or just not performed, but it smells way better in hotter weather or in the heat. So definitely wanted to give it a try. And that's what I wore that day on Monday. Then Tuesday, got a new fragrance and made a quick video about it. And it's MFK's L'Homme à la Rose. So this was my first love from MFK, or at least my first like when I first smelled MFK fragrances at I think it was like a Nordstrom or like a Saks Fifth or something. Out of all the fragrances I tried from the house in that store, I did enjoy L'Homme à la Rose the most. I did have it on my list to purchase, never got around to purchasing it. Purchased Grand Soir from the house instead. Gentle Flirty Silver, but L'Homme à la Rose is one that I definitely enjoyed. And I wore it to work. Longevity on this fragrance is really good. It's not going to last you 14, 15 hours, but I did, on like the 10, 11 hour mark, I was still getting wafts of this fragrance. Then came home, showered, put it back on just because I really enjoyed it. Then the next few days, it's been what? For the next 4 days, I've worn this fragrance to bed. So it's already getting a small dent, really small dent. Keep in mind, I just got this week on Tuesday, but I've worn it every day this week so far. Not that many fragrances that I get that I want to wear all the time, but this is such an easy wear, such an easy rose fragrance that I do really want to wear all the time. And I wouldn't even consider it too much of a rose fragrance. If you're afraid of rose fragrances, I would definitely try sampling this one just because it's not going to be your typical rose scent. I'm also not the biggest fan of rose fragrances, but this for sure is one of my favorites. And it's definitely an easy one. Easy rose fragrance to enjoy. Then another fragrance that I haven't reached for in a while. I haven't worn this fragrance that I think was maybe November or December. And I specifically remember wearing this fragrance because I went snow tubing. And that's the scent memory I have with this fragrance. It's actually the fragrance I was wearing. It was Heritage, the Eau de Toilette. So again, it's a fragrance I do have in the collection. I don't really reach for it too often, but I was really enjoying the sillage around myself. I was enjoying what the fragrance smelled like. This is, I forgot which rosea it is. I think it's Danger. People say it smells similar to Danger. I've smelled Danger before. Nothing really captivating for me to really want to buy it. But when I got Heritage in, I really did enjoy it. At first, I was confused about it. Wasn't sure if I liked it or not until I gave it a wearing. Then I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it's one that's in the collection. Don't really wear it too often. But again, I'm also saying I don't really wear it too often because these are some of the fragrance I did get while it was still really cold here in Buffalo. So now that it's warming up, I get to reach for these fragrances. So that's also a reason why I haven't worn these in a while. It's not because I hate them. It's just because it wasn't the season for them. Now that it's warming up, this is a great springtime fragrance in my opinion. Maybe not the best for summer. Maybe, well, I would still wear this in the summer, not gonna lie. Yeah, I could still wear this in the summer, fall. I would say you could wear it for the 3 seasons. I did wear it during the winter when I first received it. But yeah, it's really good fragrance. Really enjoyed wearing this on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This was Wednesday. And then Thursday was my 2 fragrance kind of day. In the morning, went out with the fiance. Did some grocery shopping and some errands. I don't really remember what we did too much, but this was the scent of the day. Scent of the day was Colognes Homme Eau de Parfum. Again, a fragrance I've been talking about recently. Haven't really worn it too much, but I did get it in recently. Nice mint fragrance. I'm not the biggest fan of mint fragrances, but I actually really do enjoy this one. And yeah, I only wore it for like 3 or 4 hours. Then we got home, I showered and all that stuff. So then I got my haircut that day. So if you see a difference with my hair, maybe in the video that I had my hair out, it's a little bit shorter than it has been than it was. Haven't had a haircut in a while. So finally got a haircut. It looks better now. She fixed my hair up, thankfully. But what I wore for the second half of that day was Aventus Cologne. The weather was nicer out, so I had to reach for Aventus Cologne. And this was the day that my fiance gave me a compliment. So you guys know she doesn't really give me compliments too much. She is more into fragrances that I'm not really into. The fragrances I love, she doesn't really love. So it kind of puts you in that perspective of knowing pretty much that people have different preferences. So my typical loves and fragrances, she hates. So it's like, that's why I think I'm more aware, maybe a little bit more or too aware, especially when I'm spraying on fragrances. I don't spray too much just because I don't know what's projecting crazy. Just like one of these fragrances that's coming up, particularly the next fragrance that I'm going to mention, but I don't spray too crazy or spray on too much just because I don't want to bother anybody else with my fragrance, especially at work. Like it's not like I care that if they think it smells bad, but I also don't want to overwhelm them, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I normally stick to maybe 4 to 5 sprays, and that's for my light fragrances. Maybe if it's like a fragrance that I know doesn't really project too loudly, then I'll go a little bit heavier. So like, for example, MFK's L'Homme à la Rose. I know this probably doesn't project too crazy, so I'll spray a little bit more of that on compared to like a Jubilation 25. And then same thing with Ombre Leather. Ombre Leather is a unique scent, so I would definitely watch my sprays with Ombre Leather as well. But yeah, let's talk about the next scent. That this is what I wore on yesterday, Friday. And I actually got a lot of compliments, and I don't know if I oversprayed it. I don't think I did. I think I did 4 sprays, but I was getting compliments all day yesterday at work. I got about maybe 6 compliments, which I get compliments at work sometimes, but this one was like excessive. It's going to be Dior 2020. So surprising for probably some to hear, but as soon as I came in, got a compliment, and he was like, "Whatever you have on, smells really good." I was like, "It's Dior Homme," and he was like, "It smells really good." Then the person next to him, it was kind of like a compliment chain that was like both of them. She was like, "You smell really good." Then later on in my day, this was maybe 4 hours later, I got like 2 more compliments of like I smell really good. Then at the end of my shift, someone was like, "Hey, you smell really good. What is that fragrance you're wearing?" And I was like, "Dior Homme." And then someone told me, the other person was like, "You smell really good. I can smell you from 10 meters away." Don't really know why he said meters, but not really too sure how far 10 meters is. But if you know how far 10 meters is, then they were like, that's what he said. He was like, "I can smell you like 10 meters away." And I was like, "Is it strong?" Because I couldn't smell myself after maybe like my first hour. So I was like, "Is it like a strong you can smell me, or it's kind of like you can smell me, but there's a difference." Sorry. So I like the smell of like someone's wearing a fragrance, and it's more like you don't realize you're smelling it until your brain catches it. It's not like a punching your nose type of smell, if that makes sense. So it's like maybe you're walking behind someone and you kind of like get the whiffs. Maybe that's why I like Creed fragrances. Creed fragrances are really good for that. They're not really strong, punch you in the nose kind of fragrances. They kind of blend with the air around you, and then when someone's walking around you, they kind of pick it up. Or even yourself, you pick it up as you're walking around. I think that's my favorite kind of scent, and I guess this is what it was doing, but I could not smell the fragrance at all. I was completely nose blind. I don't know if it was performance. I just assumed that I was going nose blind to it just because after the first hour I could not smell it at all. Even if I went towards my skin, I couldn't smell it, but it was like 10 hours in and I was still getting compliments. So definitely a compliment getter, one that I wasn't really expecting to get compliments. And my fiance also really loves this one, so when I wear this, she loves it as well. So even though it got a lot of hate when it first came out, it's magic. It is what it is. And then lastly, the fragrance that I got in yesterday, I actually didn't open it until earlier this morning, which was yesterday's video. It's going to be Casa Marati's Mephisto Gentle Uomo. So it's the fragrance I'm actually wearing right now. It's my first time wearing it. So I'm going to give this fragrance another wear before I give my opinions on it. Just because it's not that I'm not feeling well today, but today was definitely a type of day to not wear like a fragrance that was a little too heavy, or one of those like fragrances that you don't really feel like wearing, so you're going to wear something light, like maybe like I don't know, maybe like a Dior Homme 2020 would be a perfect one to wear today for me. But since I got this one in this morning, I just wanted to wear it. But I'm just not in the mood to wear it today. I think that's the best way to say it, but it smells really good. Again, I'm not in the mood to wear it today, so I might not be giving the best opinion of what I actually think about the fragrance right now. It's not that I think the fragrance is bad at all. It's just, let's say if I was going to go ahead and rank it off the feelings I have right now, out of Silver Mountain Water, the original Mephisto, and this one, I would rank it last. But again, it's just because I'm not in the mood to wear it right now. So that being said, I think it will change. It might change. It might not change. I still might enjoy wearing the original Mephisto over it, but I need to give it another shot before I either make that video or make that bold statement. And I also have to come back and wear Creed Silver Mountain Water. I haven't worn it in a while. But yeah, as of today, unfortunately, I'm just not in the mood to wear this fragrance. So I'm not completely enjoying my scent of the day. We just went to go run some errands today. And it's not that it's almost giving me a headache, but it's like slightly. But I don't have a headache. It's like something that I just keep on smelling. But I do definitely smell the violet leaf in this fragrance, or just the violet. So if you are not a fan of violet, I'd probably stay away from it. Violet is a no. I don't think I have too many fragrances in my collection that have violet in them. And I don't think I've been the biggest fan of violet before. But yeah, either way, I do have to give this another wearing. So this probably will be in my next weekly rotation video. And again, not that I hate it. It's just I don't feel like it today. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys wear this week. Leave it down in the comments down below. I enjoy watching those. There's one of you that keeps on wearing Ganymede, and it keeps on reminding me to probably just pick up a sample of Ganymede. I had a clone of it before. I don't remember which clone it was, and I hated it. But not that I hated it. I just don't think I was ready for it. So I think I need to pick up a sample of Ganymede. Just to see what I think about it now. I also got one more fragrance coming in. It is another MFK fragrance. I did mention it in a different video, but I'm excited to get that one in. I got it for a really good price, under $100 for the 1.3 ml, I think it is. It's like the smaller bottle. I think I've smelled it before. Don't really remember. Don't really remember it, but yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Please leave a like, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys.